to do the second day of Law of Cosines today. And what's going to happen today is we're going to be given side, side, side triangles. So we're going to know the three sides and we have to find the missing three angles, okay? When you do this, we're going to use these formulas right here. And this is super important. When we put this into our calculators, if I just said, if I give you numbers in this, I'm guessing what you guys would do is you'd go, say this was, let me just give you an example. Say this was 3 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 squared over 2 times 3 times 4, okay? This is how most kids would punch this into your calculator. You would do 3 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 squared. And I think by now you do enter, right? And then you would probably go divide by 2. And then would you go times 3 times 4? Right? That's probably what all of you would do. What's that?
I would just type it in as is, like on there. I mean like exactly like that.
Yours is
I don't know.
different.
Your guys does not do fraction, like doesn't have fraction bar key.
It can, but it's
It
not as easy.
can, yeah, I guess I've never tried it that way. We do have a fraction key. I guess I've never tried it like that, okay? So here's what does work, regardless what calculator you have. You can type in 3 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 squared, enter. And then we can divide by 2, but then you have to divide by 3 and divide by 4. You divide by every single thing, okay? All 3 things. And then when it comes up, that's gonna be the cosine of A. So you're gonna get a decimal less than 1. And then what do you think you would do? Second cosine, second answer, and that would give you your answer. Now, if you punch this in wrong, what would happen is when you go second cosine, second answer, it would give you an error message, and that would tell you you punched something in wrong. So remember, you divide by each thing on the bottom, okay? All right, so now let's go to where we have directions right here. At the bottom of yesterday's page, we have directions for a side, side, side triangle. Now, unfortunately with Law of Sines, we can't just choose one angle and go with it. We have to do these in these here steps, okay? And what you have to start with when you're finding the 3 angles is you have to find the smallest angle first. If I gave you guys this, which angle do you guys think would be the smallest? C. How do you know that? It's across from the smallest side. So you have to find angle C first. Now every once in a while, if somebody tried to go against my rules and just do it, you know, like I'm gonna just find one angle and then the other and then figure it out, every once in a while you would get it right. But then there's times that when you have an obtuse angle, you would get those all wrong. So it's just best to just follow these rules every single time and then you'll never get any wrong, okay? For the second step here, you can do Law of Sines, and really, one thing I've found over the years is some kids like Law of Cosines to find an angle better, and they would do it that way. So you really can use either of these laws in step 2, okay? And that time, you're gonna find the smallest of the two angles that are left. What angle would you find second? A, because it's across from the middle side. And then once you know the two, it's easy to find the third, right? Just add and subtract from 180. So let's go ahead and try one of these, okay? So the first thing we can do is write down what it is that we're looking for. And in these, we're looking for our three angles. Measure of angle A, measure of angle B, measure of angle C. Okay? Now, when I do this, those rules said find the smallest angle first. Which one's my smallest angle? B. So what I would do, and I'd have your cheat sheets out if I were you, so you have these formulas easily. So we want angle B, so I have to use this formula right here, okay? So I just want to make sure I get it right. This one B, okay. So if I go back here, it was cosine of B equals A squared plus C squared minus B squared over 2AC. Is that right? Okay, perfect. All right, so now we're just gonna plug in what we know, okay? Do you guys get that this is my little c, this is my little a, and this is my little b, okay? So I find that just by using opposite sides are gonna be, like little a is gonna be across from angle A. Now I'm gonna substitute in what I know. Little a is 9 squared, little c is 12 squared, little b is 7 squared, all over 2 times a is 9 and c is 12, okay? So now when we go to do this, again, I always have to check this time. I don't know why sometimes mine is in the right mode, sometimes it's not. All right, so we're gonna go 9 squared plus 12 squared minus 7 squared divided by 2 divided by 9 divided by 12, enter, okay? I wanna see at least this on your page, okay? And then this is wrong.
Oh, it's good. We didn't hit enter.
Oh, jeez. Thank you. I didn't hit enter here. How I knew that was wrong is I should always get in that step an answer that's a decimal less than 1. So that's how I knew that I did something wrong. So yes, Lexi is right. So I forgot to do my enter. So 12 squared minus 7 squared, enter. Divide by 2, divide by 9, divide by 12. Okay, did you guys get 0.8148? Okay, that is cosine of B. How do I now find angle B? Second cosine, second answer. So I'm gonna go second cosine, second answer. And I'm okay with you guys just going from this step to your answer. So the measure of angle B, what was that when we did it?
35.43.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's one answer. We're going to put that in our triangle. And we are going to put that over here. Okay, now what we need to do, will you guys remind me to call my sister when I'm done? My sister's disabled and she never calls me during the day, so I just have to make sure. She has MS and I take care of her, so. Okay, now that we look here, we can do either law of cosines again, or law of sines. Did you guys mind doing this? No?
I like that direction.
Or do you or would you go sine of B over B equals sine of A over A?
I'd rather do that.
You'd probably do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that this time. Let's go, you have to have an angle and its opposite side to do law of sines. And for the second step, you want to find the second smallest angle. A is across from 9, C is across from 12. Which one would I use? A. So I'd go sine of A over little a. So then what I would do is go sine of 35.43 over little b, which is 7, equals sine of A over 9, and I would do cross products. When I multiply this, I put my 9 in front. So 9 sine 35.43 equals 7 sine of A. Divide by 7. Okay, then this is gone. Now when you do this, that is finding sine of A. Okay, and we have to hit enter right here. So now let's pull up our calculator and type that in. We can go 9 sine 35.43, enter, divide by 7, enter, and you should again get an answer less than 1. If you haven't, that means you did something wrong. Now, here's where this can be confusing. With law of cosines, you're going to do second cosine, second answer. With law of sines, you have to remember to go second sine, second answer. Okay? So law of cosines, make sure second cosine. Law of sines, you're going second sine. So second sine, second answer. Did you guys get 48.19?
Yeah.
Okay. 48.19 degrees. So that can come up here. And then is it easy to find angle C?
It is.
Don't we just add these together and subtract from 180? So let's do that. That part you don't have to show work for, but so here we'd go 48.19 plus 35.43 equals, and then I'd go 180 minus, and I could go second answer if I wanted to, and that gives me 96.38 degrees. Okay, so now let's do one more and then I'll let you guys work. All right, so in this one, again, we have to find the measure of angle A. We have to find the measure of angle B, as well as the measure of angle C. And then across from angle A is little a, across from angle B is little b, across from angle C is little c. And in this one, which angle am I going to start with? A, right? Because it's across from the 3. So on your cheat sheet, you guys have this table right here. And today, or this problem, we're doing cosine of A. Okay? So if I go back to where we were, okay, I would have cosine of A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared all over 2BC. Does that look right? Those of you that have it written out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's plug in what we know. So I'm going to go cosine of A equals B is 8 squared, C squared would be 10 squared, minus A squared is 3 squared, all over 2 times B is 8, and C is 10. Okay? Remember when you punch this in to hit enter after this, and then divide by 2, divide by 8, divide by 10. So if I did this one, I would go 8 squared plus 10 squared minus 3 squared, enter. Divide by 2, divide by 8, divide by 10. And did you guys get 0.96875? And you should get something less than 1. If you didn't, the next step you'd get an error. Now, that's cosine of A. So now I have to hit second cosine, second answer. And did you guys get 14.36? Okay. So, the measure of angle A is 14.36 degrees. And then if you're using law of sines, you're gonna need to put that here. But what I'm gonna do in this one is I'm gonna do the second step with law of cosines, and then you guys can tell what you wanna do, okay? So for that second step, which angle do I need to find next? Do I find C that's across from 10 or B that's across from 8? B. So I'm gonna go cosine of B equals, and it's always the other two sides squared added together, minus B squared, divided by 2, and then it's always these two multiplied. Okay? So let's plug in what we know. Cosine of B equals, A is 3 squared, C is 10 squared, minus B squared is 8 squared, all over 2 times A is 3 and C is 10. Okay, now when I go to type this one in, same thing, I have to hit enter after the top and divide by all three things on the bottom. So 3 squared plus 10 squared minus 8 squared, enter, divide by 2, divide by 3, divide by 10 equals, and you should get a decimal less than 1. And then this time we're doing law of cosines again. So then again, this time we'd go second cosine, second answer, and it's 41.41. Is that what you guys got? So this is 41.41 degrees. Is that what you guys got? Okay. So then if I go back here, that was for B. And then you just add those two together and subtract from 180. So 14.36 plus 41.41 is 55.77, and then you can go 180 minus, and you could go second answer again, and we get 124.23. Now, if we all do it the same way, where we're like doing the second answer, we should get all the same answers, okay? If you're off a little bit, then what I would do on a test or quiz is look at your work, okay?
Is it
So-
be considered wrong for us if we're off by like a decimal point?
No,
Okay, because I know it was mentioned in one of the homeworks.
yeah,
For me and Lexi, when we put it in her calculator, we got a 4 after the 0 on B. So it was 40 instead of 41.
Like point 40.
Yeah, we got
oh, right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, I cleared mine. Did you guys also get like, did you get 40, or are you saying,
41.40 we got.
Yeah,
oh, right here?
Yeah.
41.40?
Because the number after was a 4.
Okay. Yes, and if that happens, you guys, like something so small as that, I wouldn't even check for word. In fact, even if it was like 0.5 away, I wouldn't even look at that too much either. Truly, we should get very similar answers, but if it's like 0.01 away, I'm not even looking. Okay, sound good? All right, so I